So when it comes to multivitamins and other supplements, what should you take? Should you take a multivitamin? Should you take fish oil or probiotic? Which one? Today, I will let you know what I take and why. So I'll talk you through the core 4 vitamins that I take and why you should too as a secondary foundation. The primary foundation is your diet. For most people, I recommend the MIND diet. That's MIND, standing for Mediterranean and Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay. That's why we call it MIND. So, all right, here are the 4 supplements. First, it's important to understand that there are no such thing as a quality multivitamin mineral that is a 1 a day. It doesn't mean it's bad for you, it just isn't filled with quality ingredients. This includes Centrum, Kirkland, 1 a day brand. So this Mercola whole food multivitamin is my favorite. The full dose is 8 per day, although recommended doses that I recommend are between 4 to 8. I take 8. Someone significantly less body mass and activity level would often need less than 8 pills. 8 pills includes a full 500 milligrams of magnesium, which is usually 4 to 5 pills on its own. It also includes 5,000 IU, international units, of vitamin D, along with loads of Bs and all the best mineral chelations and converted folic acid. Next is the essential fatty acids for brain, peripheral nerve, joint, and skin health. I like this Pro Omega Curcumin from Nordic Naturals. It has a solid amount of EPA and DHA, and it also has reduced glutathione and for detoxification support and some turmeric for inflammation. Take 2 to 3 of this product. So next we have the Ultraflora. It's a well-researched strain of this probiotic from Metagenics. They have several different products with various strains, but the Ultraflora Synergy is the best maintenance one with lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. But it also has FOS, fructooligosaccharides, food for the bacteria. Take 1 a day. In this case, it's a powder, so 1/4 teaspoon, or every 2 to 3 days when on maintenance, or eat live bacteria fermented food regularly instead. Finally, we have superfood greens powder. I have trouble maintaining a good antioxidant status in my body, so this is important for me, even on top of my broccoli, cabbage, and berries that I eat regularly. So there are a couple options here. I prefer the Mercola fermented greens, but Greens First is also a good product that's been around a long time. It's sweetened with stevia. This one is, like it or not. This one is. So those are the core 4 I take, among others, and I recommend that you take. As an addendum about the value, even of multivitamin alone, here's a quote from Joanne Manson, MD, in March 2025. In prior randomized trials, multivitamins have shown benefit for reducing risk of several chronic diseases. For example, both the Physicians Health Study 2 and the 2022 U.S. Preventative Services Task Force Review supported that total invasive cancer was reduced with multivitamin supplementation. Further, multivitamins were also associated with reduced risk of cataracts in the Physicians Health Study 2, and with significantly slower age-related memory loss and cognitive decline in 3 separate placebo-controlled sub-studies of the Cosmos trial. The Cosmos trial included men and women who were an average of 70 years old. Biological aging was assessed using 5 different epigenetic clocks, and all 5 epigenetic clocks, epigenetics, that's how the genes are essentially changing or deteriorating over time, there was a signal for lower aging in the multivitamin compared to the placebo group. For the 2 second-generation clocks, there was significant slowing of biological aging in the multivitamin arm compared to the placebo group, with an average of about 10 to 20%. That's 2 years. 10 to 20% slower aging with the multivitamin use over a use of 2 years that they took the multivitamin. So that's quite a bit, 10 to 20% over 2 years. This equated to about 4 months of aging that seemed to be averted or prevented. among participants who had accelerated aging at baseline, they reported benefits were even greater. So the worse off they were to begin with, the more they benefited from multivitamin, of course. All right, have a wonderful day. Apply this. First, start with a good diet. Add on the multivitamins. That's going to help you a lot, I do believe. I treat it that way myself. Have a wonderful day, and may God bless you.